Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about how Hedera could be at the center of a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So in a fantastic thread put together by Zepsi on Twitter, he detailed a number of developments Hedera is currently involved in, especially within the financial sphere. So in one tweet provided by Zepsi, he detailed how Hedera is set to be implemented and utilized by its governing council member Standard Bank in a number of developments and initiatives, most notably tokenized commodities, self-sovereign ID, bond exchange, central bank stablecoins, and commoditizing agriculture. So the following clip features a senior member at Standard Bank detailing how the bank is set to use Hedera for a number of developments.
Okay, so we're looking at various initiatives. We've already connected with DLA Piper, which is a council member. We're going to look at the tokenization service with DLA Piper. We're also looking at self-sovereign identity to build something. We've got a timeline already for the next 25 weeks to deliver on that. And then a very interesting initiative for me personally is the bond exchange that we're working on with Hedera, also doing research with them. I'm very excited about that. It's a significant use case where we want to see if we can issue a bond also later in this year on the Hedera network. And then from a stablecoin perspective, we're working closely with Hedera to help us with the Standard Bank stablecoin. And that is, for me, another interesting solution that will facilitate payments across the group and potentially later, depending on regulatory approval. All these there's lots of regulatory participation, audit participation. We are a regulated entity, but there are a few of these use cases in the market. So I think we must just consistently keep our regulator on board. Those are some of the key initiatives that we're looking at. So we're looking at commoditizing agricultural products also with some of the bank's customers across Africa. And a very interesting use case is BioHab, the corporate social investment initiative at Standard Bank, where we're partnering with Hedera and Fjord to help us to create a sustainable solution, building houses and providing food to people across Africa.
Great.
So as detailed by Putter, Standard Bank is set to use the benefits surrounding Hedera for bond issuance. So Standard Bank isn't the only organisation that is seeking to use Hedera's network for bond issuance. Whereas discussed in last week's video, the Global Blockchain Business Council announced that the fintech company IO Builders is set to use Hedera's network for the trading of bonds, where bonds will be issued as tokens through the active utility of Hedera's tokenization service. So this development will see users being able to deposit bonds onto the Hedera network, and such bonds will be collateralized as a CBDC when CBDCs are eventually rolled out to the open market. And the collateralized CBDC will then be minted as a stablecoin, and in turn the minted stablecoin will be a representation of the initial bond minted on the Hedera network. So developments surrounding the usage of Hedera's network for bond issuance could be quite significant for the overarching Hedera network, as the bond market is one of the largest markets in the world, where the estimated value surrounding bonds amount to $119 trillion. So with the significant value surrounding the bond market, coupled with the number of organisations seeking to use Hedera for bond issuance, as mentioned, Standard Bank and the fintech organisation IO Builders, this could be quite significant and quite beneficial for the overarching bond marketplace, as current limitations surrounding the issuing of bonds are that single bonds are typically purchased by single entities or individuals. However, through the utility of Hedera, especially Hedera's tokenization service, given bonds could be fractionalized, where multiple individuals could have ownership of a fraction of a given bond. So this could open up the bond market to more individuals around the world, and this could incentivize more nations creating more bonds. And in turn, this could be quite beneficial for the overarching nation. So the potential for Hedera's network being directly used to mint bonds could be quite beneficial for the overarching Hedera network, as the minting of bonds will require the need for HBAR tokens to validate such transactions. And this will lead to sizable increases to the demand for HBAR, and as a result, the price of HBAR may see synonymous increases, especially over the long run, and when the likes of Standard and other fintech companies take on the benefits surrounding Hedera's network for bond issuance. So as mentioned by Pata, Standard Bank is also set to use Hedera for stablecoin developments and cross-border payments around the world, where Standard Bank is set to implement and utilize Hedera's network for the issuing of stablecoins, which could enable the sending of funds around the world more seamlessly and actively. So the main reason as to why Standard Bank may have turned to Hedera for cross-border payments is due to the benefits Hedera provides, especially Hedera's high degrees of scalability, cost-effectiveness, and high finality rates. When Hedera's base consensus level, the network can validate 10,000 transactions per second, and when sharding mechanisms are introduced to Hedera's network, these transactions could be unlimited. And this is coupled with the high finality rate surrounding Hedera, where transactions actively validated on Hedera's network can be achieved in a mere seconds, and the cost to validate such transactions are seemingly minute. And this will bring about a number of benefits, especially compared to the usage of legacy systems in cases surrounding the sending of funds cross borders. So with the utility of Hedera's network, especially in cases surrounding cross-border payments, Hedera could greatly improve economic activities which arise around the world. So in another thread and tweet provided by Zepsi, he detailed how another Hedera Governing Council member, DBS Bank, is set to use Hedera for a number of initiatives and developments around the world.
But increasingly today, companies are getting to different ways of doing that through something called proof of stake or proof of ownership. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, we announced that DBS is going to join the governing body of the Hashgraph, the Hedera Foundation. One of the premises of that is that we're going to try and redefine how the blockchain protocols work in a non-carbon intensive and very low-cost way. It's 12, 18 months ago, we chose this idea of trying to see what we could do with the metaverse. So we have a small team of 8-10 people fooling around with it. We've done some things which are more gaming-like, but we're actively looking at seeing how we could extend it from there. And as you get into a more bigger metaverse, what kind of role that could a virtual bank play in that? So it's very early days, and I'll hasten the others take 2 hours or 3 hours to get there. But what we're also doing is we realized that you could achieve the same thing using the modern technology, the blockchain technology platform. So we've launched a company called Partiod along with JP Morgan and Temasek, which is really seeing how you can use distributed ledger technology in the blockchain to do instant settlement anywhere in the world, any currency. We've just launched it last month. We're now doing Sing dollar and US dollar. We are creating a network of participants. We're bringing in other banks to be parts of the network. And if that works, we think we can use blockchain technology to do this instant payment anywhere at any time.
So as detailed by Gupta, DBS Bank is set to partner with a number of financial bodies around the world, most notably JP Morgan, in developments surrounding improving cross-border payments around the world, where this initiative will see the utility of DLT into their frameworks and initiatives. So with DBS Bank's direct collaboration with Hedera, this could see the bank taking on the benefits surrounding Hedera's consensus service, especially in cases surrounding improving cross-border payments around the world. And as detailed by Gupta, DBS Bank is also seeking to look to metaverse initiatives, so Hedera could be the option of choice, especially in cases surrounding metaverse developments, as Hedera's network is ideal in a number of developments metaverse initiatives could involve, especially in cases surrounding tokenization activities. When cases surrounding the active tokenization of assets or the minting of NFTs on Hedera, these actions can be done so at low fees and at predictive levels, where it only costs $1 to actively mint an NFT and $1 to create a smart contract, and even less to update or replace a smart contract. So with a smart contract and tokenization utility looking to be a key component within metaverse developments around the world, Hedera's network could be ideal in metaverse initiatives, and this could lead to DBS Bank looking to implement and roll out Hedera's network into their own metaverse developments. So with Hedera's involvement in a number of developments within the DLT sphere, be it bond issuance, cross-border payments, or metaverse initiatives, coupled with Hedera's direct affiliation with a number of organisations including world-renowned banks in Standard Bank and DBS Bank, Hedera could become a key component within a number of industries around the world and could lead to Hedera continuing to be the go-to platform for enterprise utility. What are your thoughts on Hedera? Are you bullish on Hedera's usage in bond issuance? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.